Let's transform this backpack into a chest bag. But hey, if we are meeting for the first time, my name's Javier, and on this channel we sell men's clothing and accessories. So if that interests you, consider subscribing. Now, let's get into the video. First thing we're gonna do is pull this backpack apart. So I have my seam ripper, thread clippers, and tweezers. These are all the pieces that we got. We got some zippers, we got some edge binding, and we're gonna just use some of it, but not all of it. And for the pattern pieces, we're gonna use a 9x6 inch piece, a 9x6 inches with a 2-inch border and a 1/4 inch seam allowance on each corner. A 7x2 3/4 with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and a 7x1/2 inch piece with a 1/4 inch seam allowance as well. When pinning down your pieces, you want to make sure you pin in the seam allowance, just because when you pin stuff down, it does create holes and you don't want that to show. And now I'm gonna cut out all the pieces. The first thing we're gonna do is fold in these edges, and we're gonna do this for these two pieces right here. And if you can, grab your iron and then press these parts down, just so when you're sewing it, it doesn't come up or anything, it doesn't unfold. All right, the next piece we want to cut out is this slit right here. It's where the zipper is gonna go. Grab a pin, stab 4 of the corners, make sure everything's aligned perfectly. Now we're gonna cut this slit out. After that, we're just gonna fold these edges over, finger press them, or you can use your iron. Back side, front side. All right, up next we want to find the placement of where this pocket's gonna go. It's gonna go 1 inch above this corner right here. Make sure you mark that point. Draw a line for reference. And then this piece is gonna go right on top. It's gonna overlap it at least a 1/4 inch, which is half of this piece. And after that, we're gonna sew on the edge all the way around. Grab this little piece and place it on top. You wanna make sure half of it is gonna hit that corner right there. And now we're just gonna sew on top of this, right on that same line that we were just sewing on. Pull the threads to the wrong side, and we're gonna knot it at the bottom. Snip that off. So I have the zipper here, and we're just gonna put this on top. Make sure your zipper is actually on the inside. Sew on the edge of this, from this edge all the way through. The zipper didn't catch on this side, so we're gonna edge stitch it really close now to this edge. Cut the zipper off, since we don't need that anymore. Now we're going to sew the corners with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Fold this in half, match the edges, and sew. Stitching a 1/4 inch from here to here to here, and have this side open. Stitch a 1/4 inch on the edge and close it up. Now I'm gonna stitch an X on this piece so it stays attached to this. The hardware for this bag, we're gonna use a dog collar from the 99. We're actually gonna buy 2 of these. Now we're gonna create the straps for the bag, and these straps are made out of 2-inch wide pieces with a 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. Stitch 1/8 of an inch along the edge as well. Alright, now we're gonna sew the straps on. These straps are approximately 3.5 inches. Now we're gonna stitch the bag to the back piece. Start sewing from the center and work my way around. And once I'm done, I'm gonna sew from the center again and around to the other side to the bottom piece. Grab one of the ends from the straps, sew it onto here at a diagonal angle, fold back the other end 1.25 inches, stitch about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. that wraps it up for today's video. If you are considering subscribing to my channel and you do subscribe, let me know what subscriber number you are since we are under 1,000 subscribers. Leave any comments down below, suggestions, tips, advice, how your day's going, and I'll comment right back, and also pin your comment if I think it's very, very useful. Lastly, remember to like this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.